I want to talk about this Tatler piece, and I know a lot of people have wanted me to discuss this Tatler piece on Kate Middleton that was subsequently changed after pressure from Kensington Palace. But I'm going to look at it a little differently. If you've been following the story, you know that the original article published online in May of 2020 was edited after pushback from Kensington Palace. But the Wayback Machine is forever. You can pause to read, but here's one of the big paragraphs that was taken out about the turnip toffs. There's also several paragraphs about Carol Middleton that are removed from the piece. It takes a few months, but the Tatler capitulates and takes out the areas that Kensington Palace has problems with. At the time of publication, the Palace issued a rare comment and said that the story contains a swath of inaccuracies and false misrepresentations which were not put to Kensington Palace prior to publication. I feel like that's interestingly worded. While it's not uncommon to reach out to the person you're writing about or the company for comment, it doesn't necessarily mean Tatler would have changed what they wrote. Also interesting is originally, the Tatler says they spoke to many of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, close friends, and they even put out their own statement saying that Tatler's editor-in-chief, Richard Denon, stands behind the reporting of Anna Pasternak and her sources. So then, of course, I was like, who is Richard Denon? Richard Denon. Also, what a lead-in. He's young, gay, and admires Kendall Jenner. Tatler's new editor is on a mission to reinvigorate the tough Bible. Richard Denon talks about the modern Gilded Age and his labor voting boyfriend. You're getting a lot. So interestingly, Richard Denon went to school with Kate and William. He vacationed with Kate. And that's when I got thinking, maybe this wasn't supposed to be a hit piece. I mean, the Tatler is for posh people by posh people. The article also takes swipes at Meghan Markle and alleged treatment to staff, but oddly enough, the Palace doesn't argue that that needs to be taken out. But I actually wonder now if some of this was supposed to read as more sympathetic. Kate is exhausted because of Meghan and Harry. She now has even more responsibilities. 11 engagements in 1 month, which, again, comes out to roughly 2 to 3 engagements a week. Feels a little tone deaf, but maybe if you're writing for this posh crowd, not so much. I'm also pretty convinced that they ended up editing this so that they could maintain their sources and closeness with the British royal family in the palace. I don't think the Tatler's publisher Condé Nast wants to mess with that. I have a feeling a lot of pressure went into this about face by Richard Denon and the Tatler. I don't know, there's just something weird about the whole thing.